When I first took this job, I was hoping to have some fun, but I didn't expect to find myself in an action movie. Luckily, this place is full of surprises. Let's go on an expedition with the state archaeologist. First, the answer is yes, we do have a state archaeologist. And second, he's not going to like the Indiana Jones reference because, as he told me many times, that's not what the job is about. Or so he says. Our current state archaeologist is Dr. Scott Anfinson, and if you want to meet him, you have to go here. This is the Subterranean History Center located beneath Fort Snelling, and it's very much what you'd expect. Laboratories, maps, and down on the lowest level, a lot of drawers full of bones, arrowheads, and pottery fragments. But for those of you who are constantly seeking out government waste, it's time to look someplace else. The entire sprawling department is one man and his assistant. Dr. Anfinson has about 40 mandated and traditional duties, a lot of which focus on preservation and interpretation. He also reviews license applications from the contract archaeologists who want to work at cultural sites across the state. Fair enough, Indiana Jones is a bureaucrat. Or at least he used to be. In 1976, Minnesota passed the Private Cemeteries Act, a statute that requires the state archaeologist to determine, among other things, the ethnic identity and geographic boundaries of any unmarked human burials over 50 years old. It's a huge undertaking, and remember, we're talking 2 people. That's why Dr. Anfinson and his assistant, Bruce Conan, spend their summers traveling around Minnesota poking at burial mounds with what look like giant meat thermometers. And it turns out there are mounds everywhere. Just ask the residents of Mound, Minnesota. This guy built his garage in one. By the way, as if this cartooning stuff isn't weird enough already, Mound, Minnesota is my hometown. The frustrating part is that our state's 2-man archaeology department doesn't have the time, resources, or even really the authority to conduct research. As a result, most cultural sites aren't discovered by any scientific methodology. They're just stumbled upon by some guy in Mound building a garage. I don't want to tell anybody how to do their job, but considering the rate at which this stuff is being destroyed, it may be time to push the Indiana Jones approach. That's all the time we have this week. Let us know what doesn't make sense, and we'll do our best to figure out how it happens.